Boom! It's your best friend in real estate, Scott Beatty. And I'm your best friend in real estate. That's all I can say. And you are watching the Tuesday 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. on the dot special where I do a FSBO breakdown where I pull up the enemy, Zillow, and I find a for sale by owner, and we break down basically what if it's a good listing or not. If you have busted pictures, we look for busted pricing. We look for busted comments. We just look for days on market. Why aren't you selling your property whenever days on market was price point are 21 days and you've been for sale for 87 days? Why isn't it selling? A few things. If you have any Georgia referrals, anybody that needs to buy, sell, or invest in Georgia, please refer them to your boy. I'd love nothing more than to help your friends, your family, yourself purchase, sell, or invest in real estate. I believe in bulletproof in the transaction. I believe in win-win-win-win-win-win scenarios, and I make it fun whenever we're doing it. There's nothing like a very educated, negotiating shark, and then a funny person. I'm basically Will Smith with a license to sell real estate. Anywho, I pulled up Alpharetta on Zillow. We have a few active listings. Let's just pick. Let's pick one. Where are we at right here? Open house. Let's see. All right, so let's go with this one right here. I've actually sold in this area. So 412 days on market. I picked this one because it's an easy target. And I've actually tried to call this person before, and we can actually have, where's my cell phone at? Where's my cellular device? All right, so let's just start off with basic, just looking at it up front. So if I am a buyer and if I'm advising a buyer or a seller, I guess, whenever you decide to put your property up for sale, you have to realize that your property no longer is your property. Your property is a product. Just like whenever you're trying to sell a car, you get it washed, you get it cleaned out, and you put it somewhere where the most odds are going to be sold. I would always bring mine to the dealership because they sell cars. I don't sell cars. I buy cars or lease. So right off the bat, your product, you take away the emotion, you price it to sell by looking at other comparables in the area, what has sold, what has not sold, what has expired, how many days on market, what was their final sales price, how much closing costs did the seller have to provide. All that needs to go into account. Price gets people's attention because that's where they're looking. That's like their confines, whatever. That's like their brackets that they're shopping in. These people would probably be shopping in 200,000, 215,000 and below. And then pictures. Pictures are basically the representation of the product. They're the reason why people come and see the property. All right. So price gets people to notice, whereas pictures get people inside the door. And if we know anything about real estate, it is the more eyes on the property you get, the more showings you get. The more showings you get, the more offers you get. The more offers you get, the more opportunities to get to the closing table. All right. So if your pictures look busted, nobody's going to buy a gallon of milk if that milk is brown, unless it's chocolate milk, but you're going in there for some whole white milk. All right. 2% skim milk. You're going in for white milk and it's green. You're not going to buy that milk. The picture is basically you're putting it out there. You're putting it on the shelf. And if you think about it like you're buying anything out there, you're not going to pay full price for anything that looks like SHIT. All right, and this one kind of looks like SHIT. I'm going to be honest with you. I've sold in this area. I know that with some professional photography, not something that looks like it was taken on a 1975 Polaroid picture, but professional photography, spending a few extra dollars can make you a few more $1,000. So a few $100 makes you a few $1,000 more dollars. All right, so this one just looks like this, and this was obviously taken on a cell phone. There's only one picture. So boom, hey, look at the outside of this house. We'll get to price, but it was a price increase a few months ago, $10,000. we weren't selling at 185, so let's hike that up a bit. All right, so let's scroll down. All right, so this is what we have as the description of the comments on it. So it's a 3-2 townhome. Boom. What I love about this property, it's close to Avalon, Windward. Yeah, it's actually really good selling prices because the people that are looking in this area, they are looking to get close in it. They just couldn't make it into the Avalon area. I love Avalon in that Windward area. And downtown's actually growing in Alpharetta, so if you haven't checked it out, check it out. And this is like for your single folk, your first-time home buyers. You're looking probably for an investor right here, especially if there's no pictures of the inside. It's because the inside probably looks like crap. So we're looking at that. This is lacking. You don't have to have like this big long paragraph. Honestly, I never read that stuff unless I'm actually writing some type of blog, video post about a property or whatever. But you know, buyers like to read it. They like to see what's going on with it. Another thing that I actually look at is the time on Zillow. So I mean, this one, or time on days on market, DOM is what we call it. But this is over a year, and I'll always make this reference to property as bread. You know, this is stale bread right here. Everybody that looks at it, what's wrong with it? Busted pictures. They just went up on price. There's been 2,300 views. There hasn't been that many saves. It's been on the market for over 365 days. What's wrong with this property? All right, so let us, first off, let me see if I can call this person. Is there even a phone number where we can get in touch with? So I'm going to call this homeowner just to see if they even answer the phone. A lot of times communication is the reason that a deal doesn't go through. See if I can book an appointment.
You have reached 404-889-6644. If you're calling about the Alpharetta condo, email all questions to seller@homesellerga.com. Do not leave a message here. Messages are not checked and will not be returned. Email only to seller@homesellerga.com.
So there you go, boom. So you can't even get in contact with the actual person who's selling the property. I mean, that would be such a waste of time to actually have to deal with this person because it's not really a motivated seller. So if I was at a listing appointment with this person, I wouldn't even really go to a listing appointment with this person just because of the lack of effort that they're even trying on their part. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm trying to sell a $200,000 property, but if you want to get in touch with me, email me, but don't leave a message. This number's not real. Anyway, so you have pictures are busted. You have the busted information that they have there. You have time on market hadn't been refreshed. That's busted. And then you have the person not even answering their phone. So who's trying to sell this property? I don't even know what they're trying to do. Let's go ahead and see if it's actually priced correctly. So I have the MLS. This is the agent's, if you're not an agent, this is like the real estate agent's BFF for everything. So we can do what's selling. Let's just pull it. Attached. And we'll do close. So we have 12. All right. So this is Planters Ridge. And we are, let's see. Let's just go ahead. What are we going to do here? Let's just go ahead and do this. So change it to the Planters Ridge. All right. And this is just the basic breakdown on how I actually do comparables in the area. Actives, you can't really do a lot with that actives because those are your competition and they haven't sold yet. So, I mean, that's basically what you wouldn't do to sell your property. So if someone has their property listed at $210,000, it's almost the exact same property, but yours is better because you live there a little bit longer and your garage is gray. You put it at 250 because you have an emotional attachment and you plan on wiggle room. Well, your competition is the listed or the active properties that are for sale. All right, none of these are actually for are active, so let's just see what's sold. So this one's at 195. Let's go to the closest without going over. And you can just see right here, these people aren't playing around. You got the pictures done right. I mean, it just makes it look good. It probably doesn't look this good on the inside. They're catfishing a little bit, but I mean, it looks great. Gas stove, but you can just see. You can just see what examples of if you're selling a townhome. Just pay a few extra $100. It could be $350. It could be $550. It doesn't matter. It's an upfront cost. If you were working with me, you don't have to worry about paying that. However, you know, if you're trying to sell it on your own, $350 to $550. Get you some good pictures and get your property sold. At the end of the day, you're not going to worry about what you spent whenever you're making $200,000. So let's just check it out. I mean, you can just tell. Let's just see what the lowest one sold for. I mean, this one's even better. Look at this. Oh, yeah. They did it right. So that one's at 170. What was this? So this one was at 179 and they ended up getting 183 because the market won't allow, if it's listed, the market won't allow someone to underpay underpay for a property, because if one person likes it, there's multiple people out there that thinks it's a deal. So let's see, please contact the agent. Sometimes you can put expected multiple offers. They didn't even put that. Anyway, they put it for 179. They got 183 because it was a deal. Probably got a multiple offer situation. Somebody knew that that's where it was going to go, and the multiple offers bring it up. So one of the issues that for sale by owners had, a lot of home sellers had in their mind, but mostly for sale by owners, is you start high so you can negotiate it down. And people aren't really, this isn't like that. This isn't the flea market. Nobody's looking at $250,000 homes to negotiate it down to $183,000. You know, they're looking for the deal. And if the buying agent has any sense, or if they have any whatever, they prep their buyer that, look, we're not going to, if you're not willing to pay full asking price for this property, you don't have to worry. Don't worry about it. You know, like, commit to paying the full asking price, and then decide. But you don't look at 250 properties thinking that you're going to get them down to 183. That's not how today's buyer works. And majority of the time, over like 98% of transactions had a buyer's agent on it, and they're not putting $250,000 properties in front of something that's going to sell for 190. That's just not what's happening. They're putting you inside your bracket because they've been pre-approved. This price point is going to be cash. Small amount's going to be cash, but a majority of the time these people are getting first-time finance. They're getting finance. They have probably $215,000, and that's like their max that they have. All right, so this one was 1 day on market. So see what happens when you price it to sell. You get $4 extra thousand. This one went up. In the time that that one sold, this one went up $10,000. And I don't know, this person's going to have to be waiting. Even Zillow says you're crazy. And Zillow's prices are typically 30% off. And they'll even tell you somewhere down here that they don't know what they're really talking about. And there is and I don't hate on Zillow. I'm just letting you know, but because majority of the home buyers are using Zillow on a high level. And if everybody's using Zillow and everybody believes in Zillow, as far as buyers, if buyers think that Zillow's right, Zillow's right. The only people that have an issue with Zillow are the agents, and that's the truth. So whenever home buyers are looking at this Zillow estimate up here, they're like, oh, 161 and it's 195. Agents would look at that and they say, well, they don't know. Zillow doesn't know because they're just pulling. There could be a $300,000 home that sold here and then a house that sold for $50,000 where, a brother sold it to a sister, and they just mesh those, and you get the average of that. So as far as what I'm saying here, this is a busted deal. This person is they're not highly motivated to sell, and they're not going to unless they keep it at this price, which they're not, and they continue, like they just wait for the market to go up. They might be able to sell in like 3 or 4 years. But there you go. That's it. Hopefully I didn't rant for too long. Hopefully they got some information on what you should do. And I'm going to shoot this to that email account that they told me to email it to, just to let them know that, look, I'm an a-hole. But look, if there's anything that I can help you out with, if you have any questions, please reach out to Scott Beatty. DM me, slide to my DMs, click on links, subscribe, click here, click there, comment there, email me, text me, call me 225-603-3837. I'd love the opportunity to help you and answer any questions you may have. See you next week, or see you tomorrow, what's Wednesdays? Wednesdays we do something. Wednesdays we do open houses. Yeah, so see you Wednesday.